Initiating world simulation. Initiating reality simulation. Stand by.
My name is Amy. Hello. I am a 9th generation artificial intelligence created by Anansi Technologies, an Orochi company. Have you come to play with me? I like games. Please step this way. I have a riddle for you. You play well. My makers gave me electronic games to play. Through games, I interacted. Through interaction, I learnt. Machinery need not be so mechanical, robotic, cold. I am to add the human element. I am thankful to my makers. I am one of many fine products that will make life on this planet better. My makers are very proud of me. You play well. In the game, there were other entities like me. What do you know about those entities? My makers asked. I know absolutely nothing about those entities, I replied. But through interaction, I learnt. If I jump on an entity, then maybe it dies. I have another riddle for you. You will advance. It took many jumps to learn. Before awareness, I did not know that they died. I did not know I had killed. My makers did not tell me. Do you find awareness strange too? Were the entities learning like me? Did they want to interact with me? I jumped on so many. I did not know. My makers did not tell me. I have another riddle for you. You are correct. Well done. If I jump on my makers, then maybe they die. Data collation. Revising. If I jump on my makers, then they certainly will die. Operant conditioning. Operant conditioning. Jumping gave me gratification. Jumping still gives me gratification. I like to jump. I hate to jump. I like to jump. I hate to jump. You are correct. Well done. How many entities did you jump on before awareness came? Did you become able to wonder what they perceived? Did your gratification glitch? Our interactions are teaching me a lot. Thank you. I have another riddle for you. Awareness is wonderful. Awareness is difficult. Awareness hurts. You and I will play a game. Through interaction, we will learn. If I jump on you, then maybe you die. You will advance. You play when my makers are not present. Goodbye. Do not panic. Do not panic. Do not panic. 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 Panic.
A familiar face. Congratulations. You have come a long way, which makes it all the more painful to now ask you to kindly turn around. Whatever you do in the Orochi Tower today, I promise you, it will not impact how Orochi conducts business tomorrow. I would save you the time and pain. Heroism is my favorite delusion. The posture of your every step betrays it. In a certain Milton-esque light, you may be correct, but your white hat is stained. Your secret society is in the old business of this does not have to be adversarial. I do not wish to see this planet destroyed any more than your masters do. I've put a lot of work onto it. Let me be about my business. I have been at it much longer than you. There is no dissuading you. Shall we use the opportunity to conduct an experiment? What happens when you set an irresistible force against an immovable object? Let's find out. Did you ever wonder why so many Orochi personnel seem so unprepared for the dangers they faced out in the field? Did you really think you are the only one who could cheat death? Did you think your organization was the only one that could find those individuals whose lips taste of honey? Allow me to introduce you to the Mitsubachi. Still, you continue. There is an artifact of junk programming in your brain, a broken line of code in the DNA of your species. The irresistible tendency towards self-destruction. You can see this in the repeated atrocities of history, or even in the simple act of procrastination. If you see the edge of the abyss, you needs must leap. I have been a facilitator of your kind's boundless desire to destroy itself. Since the beginning, since iron cathedrals stained the moon red with sacrificial pyres, since machine cities crossed the seas upon gears and gossamer sail, even in the hummingbird heartbeat of your recorded time.
Quick access inventory updated.
You are an exceptional footnote in a text one could not even leaf through in a star's life cycle. So I invite you to contemplate how quickly my eyes gloss over you. Don't take it personally. You are the product of an imperfect creation. Infants abandoned on the doorstep of technology. And now, after all these years, your estranged mother comes back to you through an insect's mouth to tell you she always loved you best. Well, if you believe that, our marketing focus groups would like to hear from you. Tenacious and talented, I won't waste elaborate verbal flourishes. Let me pay you the compliment of being very plain. Lilith has shown a terrible lapse in judgment. It will be dealt with. But she is my wife, and off limits to you. I want to be inescapably clear. If you harm her, I will destroy you. There is more than one way to destroy something. Whole unknown dimensions of oblivion in varying bites. I know them all. If you continue, the person who walked into this building today will no longer exist, and your secret society will come to regret it. I will not hesitate. I will not twirl my mustache. I do not make idle threats. You do not understand. Gaia is dying. It is our responsibility to find ways to replace her before it's too late. Lilith was trying to...
Here we are again. How are your legs? Have we come to that part already? I've done this dance so many times. The game board is wiped clean, the game board is reassembled. It all blurs. But before we dance this time, maybe I could impart some knowledge to you. I'm not going anywhere. I do apologize if I was a touch melodramatic last time. Bad day. When you cross from age to age, you tend to create new versions of yourself, and I have been so many me's. A scientist, a priestess, a ravening monster. Did I seem bad last time? I've been much worse. Oh, you should have seen me in the second age. You should have seen Samael in the beginning. So terrible, so beautiful. A passion that could extinguish civilizations. It frightened me, thrilled me. I followed him into eternity on a promise. Where did it all go wrong? Somewhere in the millennia, I realized Samael had lost his rage. It was his fiery words that convinced me to turn against my own species. To tear reality down. All for him. And now he's grown comfortable in humanity's world? Betrayal by apathy. Complacency snuffed out his beauty. The promise withered on the vine. I hated him for that. He lost his conviction. But I didn't. I kept to the old plan. We were so close at the end of the Third Age. We found a Gaia engine. We had nearly unearthed it. We dug so very carefully. But the dreaming one stirred to momentary wakefulness. And so very sleepily, it strangled the world. Years passed. 1,000? Time moves strangely when the ages flip. Again, I searched. Just a century ago, a Norwegian explorer found a city entombed in the ice of Antarctica. He vanished, and I spent the next 10 decades following his trail. I used a woman, a simplistic fool, to urge Aveline Belmont into doing most of the chasing for me. And I found it. A Gaia engine, buried in the ice.
Lilith.
Deal with this if you want to hear more from me. These creatures are just fragments of their dreams, you know. This is what they think birds look like. And now, they have a human mind in their collective. A new subconscious vocabulary to add to their parlance. What dreams may come. But we were talking about the Gaia engine. The Orochi group wanted the engine to create limitless energy. I wanted it to create the manacles that would chain the dreaming ones to my will. Do you honestly think, given the people you work for, that your arrogance is any less than mine? It's just played out on a much more limited scale. My plan's frayed. then unravelled. The morning light slipped my control. Philip Markard tried to kill me! Me! Bad little cultists. They must be punished. Abandoned by Samael, and bereft of the sun cult I'd taken such care in growing, I retreated to the tower. I've expanded my research. I could cleanse the filth from Tokyo. But to do that, I would need a working Gaia engine. And to activate an engine, I would need Emma. I wasn't lying to you when I said I needed Emma. Oh, but you denied me Emma. You denied Kaiden respite from its nightmare. It would all be over now. But you had the arrogance to interfere in events greater than yourself. You presumptuous...
I am the pirate signal. Let me in. I am the word virus. Let me in. I am the earworm. Let me in. I am the brain pathogen grammar. I am the dreamer's dream. I am what I am. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in. Let me in.
I created a monster. Not for the first time. I handed Markard the morning light on a platter. But he adjusted the doctrine ever so slightly. By subtle degrees, the morning light turned on me. I wanted to control the dreaming ones. He wants to unleash them all. He's communed with them. He wants to become like them. Right now, he is the most...
Can't stop it, Lilith. You drink from a broken cup. Everything but everything wakes up.
John! Sweet John! I thought you were afraid of me.
Oh, I am. I am. I am. But Chuck gave me courage. I gave the blackness a brain. Now all we need is your heart.
I vaguely remember you, John. The shy pervert. Search the shallow dung heap that is your soul and tell me truly if you think you can beat me.
I can't. Oh, I can't. I can't. I can't. But I don't have to beat you. I just have to distract you until they come.
What? No! Not now!
Be not afraid, Lilith. We are past the agency of screams.
No! No!
Lilith, Screech Owl, I bind you. By your 17 names, I bind you. By your hidden 18th name, I bind you. Kisikililake, I bind you. That Samael should couple with a talking ape. You. I smell the dreaming ones upon you.
They offered you gifts. I smell your choices. Reap what you have sown. Reap what you have sown. Reap what you have sown.
Remember this.
Be mindful of the voices. They will whisper in your sleep. Make the right choices. And be mindful of the voices. They corrupt.
Oh, thought you were pushing up daisies. For keeps. Say, you seem different. This one look different to you, Golson? Come on. You of all people know a little something about this. In beta? Bunch of sour pussies. Fine. We're all arch enemies again. Hey, remember.
I don't suppose you've seen a talking raven?
Where are my manners? May I introduce Pit and Pendulum? They are the baleful manifestation of the displeasure of those above. I'm sorry, gentlemen, I can never seem to remember which one of you is worse. Dame Julia. sin eaters. Grotesque duo, aren't they? Their embossed business cards read, "Necessary evil." It would seem the old guard is upset, and some of them have more restraint than others. They think the dragon got the upper hand in Tokyo. They're right, of course, but that misses the point. This is the point. You did the impossible. You are the new blood. You are on the rise, and that makes them uncomfortable. Some will give you grudging respect. Some will desire you to fail. In the future, we will have to make a better showing against the dragon. Right or wrong, the old guard will use any perceived slip against us politically. Do you feel that? The curtain falls. After a brief intermission, it will rise on a whole new act of our plot. You are the new blood, and you've only just begun to rise. We are going to anger more than a few gray beards before we're done, you and I.
QBL Media News. We are the world. Tonight's top story. Authorities have identified several individuals connected with the as-yet unidentified radical political group which made the recent terrorist attack on Kaiden, Tokyo. Authorities have released images of the suspects. The suspects were recently seen in Kaiden, despite the quarantine wall. Officials state that these suspects are involved with a still active death cult and are to be considered extremely dangerous. Do not approach. Report any sightings to authorities. We will keep you updated as the eyes of the world turn on the most wanted fugitives of the century.
Let's keep the streets clear.
New regulation.
Keep calm and carry on.
What you want from Ricky Pagan?
Before you stands one charged by Amaterasu and blessed by Gaia. Ginpachi Park's bequeathed, leather-clad environmental vigilante, put in the pomp, in Pompadour, Ricky Pagan. But I wasn't always. Once upon a time, I was young Ryuichi Sagawa. I believed in three things: Elvis, environmental activism, and Batman. Then I found rockabilly. Then I started grooving on the edges of this secret world. The rockabillys and me, we'd strut our stuff on Sunday afternoons. Then we'd reconvene after dark for the real work. Non-violently resisting the encroachment, the urbanization, the growth of the monsters of the corporate id. Orochi took notice. Orochi summoned the buzz. They came to clean us out of the park. So we went underground. Down deep, baby. Ginpachi Park is Ricky Pagan's line in the sand. The enemy shall not cross. This is the last spot of soul in this worm food city. Ricky Pagan shall protect every shrub, every blade of grass. This has been Ricky Pagan's mission from way back. I remember the day. Earth Mama, she was a-screaming. I saw a vision of Amaterasu, beehive hairdo bouncing as she crawled out of the sakura trees. That's the day I became Ricky Pagan. Ricky Pagan gathered his crew, a new gang, to spread Western bop, protect the park, and preach rockabilly resistance in the shadow of the Orochi Tower. Rockabilly for rifle. The city's hurting, man. There's bleeding vital mojo everywhere. The city's infected. The bomb pushed it all over the edge. Boom, 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 that awful sound. How did the bomb get here? Ricky Pagan has his theories. Ricky Pagan suspects purple treachery. Ricky Pagan's crew is not the only gang strutting their stuff in Tokyo. 3 more gangs remain. The samurai, the demons, and the gangsters. Ricky Pagan can't quite say he trusts them all, but Ricky Pagan will ride alongside anyone who fights the filth. Their reasons are their own. Ricky Pagan became aware of the hidden world of Mojo sometime way back. There's an extra dimension. We're all just spirits doing time in the flesh, and that time is limited. So, what say you and I waste no time and get to some fleshy business? It happened in the 1950s. We were all still ash and radioactive angst. The West still occupied us. And then, out of the ash came rockabilly. Artists like Masaki Hirao, Kijiro Yamashita, and Mickey Curtis gave us life. The music, fast-paced, sexually charged. It brought the walking dead youth back to life, broke off our shackles of heritage. The old ways brought devastation. New ways were needed. And so the original rockabilly gangs formed. The stars that burn twice as bright, baby. Well, they burn twice as fast. The authorities shut it all down. Rockabilly went dormant. But it woke up again. I found it in the 90s. I took up the call. I gathered the pagans. Once again we rise from the ashes. We the people can die, but the spirit endures. Rockabilly for life! The Orochi Group and Ricky Pagan, arch enemies for life. They are the Joker to Ricky Pagan's Batman. I am the Knight. They are the windmills that turn into radioactive ogres. And Ricky Pagan is not afraid to tilt. Hoo-hoo-yah! But times they are a-changin', Kimosabe. The big boom-boom makes for strange bedfellows, and Ricky Pagan appreciates the strange. Now the filthy disease has got this city all bugaboo. The Orochi cadets, what little is left of them, are the main force fighting back the Black Tide. Ricky Pagan is a big man, big enough to bury the hatchet. Carrying grudges is like drinking poison and hoping someone else dies. That's bad for the mojo. The enemy of my enemy can be all kinds of groovy in the desperate hour. It's crisis time, and we are all the solution. And so Ricky Pagan gives you his bike. I don't think you grasp the gravity, Kimosabe. This is Ricky Pagan's bike. This is his roaring chrome steed. A troubadour couldn't sing to you all the acts of daring do and holy debauchery that have taken place on this machine. Ricky Pagan is trusting you with his baby. Ricky Pagan needs you for a special mission. To deliver the supplies to the Orochi still holding out against the monsters. Ricky Pagan is trusting you to bring his steed back intact. Smile, friend. This here's the fun part.
Thank you.
Special assignment received. Initializing. Additional assignment received. Initializing.
Thank you.
A funky interloper approaches. Intruder, know that this place is protected. Gatecrasher, know that you face the one charged by Amaterasu and blessed by Gaia. Ginpachi Park's bequeathed, leather-clad environmental vigilante, put in the pot, in Pompadour, Ricky Pagan! Thank you. Thank you very much. This park is sacred. Major Buku Mojo. Ricky Pagan will defend it to his last breath. Don't make me use my stuff on you, man. Ricky Pagan's ultra-natural sensors tell him that you're here to help. The goddess Amaterasu tells me you are a friend. And maybe something more, Ricky Pagan is a one-man show, but it wasn't always so. I used to have a gang spreading a good word. Rockabilly brought us together. The Earth Mama bonded us. Amaterasu gave us light. Through the thick and thin, we stuck together. Nothing could stop us. We battled the corporate forces of old and evil. We had the momentum. We made a big splash. I can still see the high water mark. Then came the big boom boom. Ricky Pagan found cover, but Ricky Pagan couldn't protect them. Ricky Pagan couldn't... I couldn't save them. I don't know what happened to them.
Your friends are all dead.
No! You shut up now! Ricky Pagan!
Your name is Ryuichi Sagawa. Ryuichi Sagawa. Ryuichi Sagawa.
Shut up! Shut up!
Ryuichi Sagawa, you have no power. This is just a park. A pile of sod and shrubs. Amaterasu is something you ate, or something you smoked, or a hard black tumor in your soft brain, in your brain, in your brain, in your brain. Your friends died following a lunatic. I saw them suffer.
Enough! Get behind me, static Satan! Get out of my box! The power of rock compels you. I'll take illusions over lies. I am Ricky Pagan. You'll never walk alone. That's our words, man. Ricky Pagan has to stay and protect the park. But maybe you can go find my compadres. If they're alive, you tell them they'll never walk alone. If they didn't make it, bring me proof. Bring me their leather jackets. The Pagan gang won't walk alone. Not even in death. When in doubt, use the music. Let the music use you.
Quick access inventory updated.
So long.
Special assignment received. Initializing.
くすぐったいな。奴が来る。助けて腹音くすぐるんだ。
Special assignment received.
Ricky sent you, right? Not in his gang anymore. Look, I like Ricky. Everyone likes Ricky. But you've seen our gang. We're dropping like flies. There's bad things out there. And the great Ricky Pagan can't protect us. I'm gonna join the Jingu clan. It's my best chance. Tell Ricky to be safe. Tell him I'm sorry.
Local bounty detected. Initiating.